About a year ago, I picked up this camping slash overlanding trailer, and I've been using it quite a bit. And there's some things that I want to upgrade on it, and one of the things is that it needs some more ground clearance, and I'm having to run a 4 to 5 inch drop hitch just to keep the thing level. So with it being spring under, I've decided we're just gonna flip the axle or put new perches on it and make it spring over axle. That should get me an easy 3 to 4 inches worth of lift. It should be free, so let's get going on it. Oh, so here's our setup here. You can see how bent up this frame is from this jack from hitting a rock with it. I had it in the up position and I was on a trail and it like rattled itself, so it was hanging way down and it hit a rock and bent it way back.
Hey! Your jack is banging on all these rocks.
But anyway, we don't have a shackle on this system. It's just got these leaves that go into these, I guess they just kind of slide, and then they're fixed mount on that side. I was hoping to not have to unbolt the leaves, but there's not enough space between here to unbolt the U-bolts and like slide the axle out the side, so I'm gonna have to unbolt those, unbolt these, and then I'm just gonna build some spring perches similar to these on top of this tube. So it'll be about right here. So we're gonna end up with about, I don't know, yay much lift, 3-4 inches, something like that. Get us a little more clearance. I would love to be able to run some shocks, but you see how close my tire is to the side of the trailer, and there's just no room for them in this setup. Yeah, I think it's a 19 and a 21 to get those out. See if that is a 19. Oh, it's a loosey-goosey is what it is. God, this stuff is so light. Oh, look, I can get it through there maybe. Are so freaking light. So you might ask, why don't I just rotate the axle and then I'll be spring over? But these trailer axles have a crown in them, but that's so when you load them down they straighten out instead of going inverted or whatever. So I need this side that's on the left is the high side. I need that to stay up, which means I need to just build new ones of these here. Now you can buy these at like the farm supply store. I think Farm and Fleet has trailer perches. Looking at where the U-bolts have to go, I was gonna just leave these on here, but they're gonna run right over that weld and not sit right. So I guess maybe I'll just cut these off and flip them. And this is where that axle stand that I built comes in super handy for jobs like this. And if you want to see that video, look up there. There's a little box. Click it. You can see how to build one yourself. Let's see if I can get the job done with this little guy. So this is how I'm going to do this. I'm going to do it one side at a time so that I get the positioning of this tube right. So I'll just leave that one on there, and you can see I've got it sitting flat in the bottom of my clamp, which means this is the top. So now I'll clean this all up and I'll weld that one on there on the top, and then when I cut that one off, then I can kind of do the same thing. Use an angle finder or something and just keep them in plane with each other. And get this cleaned up. just realized I kind of made a dumb mistake. I didn't mark where center was on this. Luckily, I still got these grooves here. Let's see. That's pretty little center. I done too. Got her beveled, got her cleaned up, got her dropped on the floor. I got it set up on there. I couldn't find my digital angle finder, but I found this one. Got her zeroed out, got her centered on the orange line. Let's see if we stayed put. We did not! We're at 1 degree now, what the heck? I'm writing my senator. Alright, so I got this one sitting here, and it's on 1 degree to the left of 0. And the reason it is just because how I have this clamped down. The first time I did this, that said 1 degree left of 0, but now it says exactly 0, so I guess I'll change this. There we go. 0. 0.0.
0.0.
Oh yeah, buddy. Shoot! That looks ugly as shit, but we're grinding it. So now we're also gonna have to flip our U-bolts, and the plates will be on top instead of on bottom. So hopefully there's enough clearance up there, but this thing's ready to throw back in, maybe minus a coat of paint. Powder coat. Alright, we'll give that a couple minutes to dry. While we let that dry, I need to flip the spring pins because the perches are going to be down here now. There ya. That don't want to come out of there. I'll just thread it back on that way then. Woo! I do not want to get my fingers smashed. Well, that was easy. These springs are so goofy, they don't have any kind of a shackle. They just go into a channel and then slide. I feel like there should be Teflon or something in there, but nope, just friction. That's all they do is just slide up into this guy and just chill there. good. And just like that, we pretty much got ourselves a lift kit. The only thing that I might have to do is, well, I'll have to jack this up to get the tire on probably. But my jacks might not be long enough now, because this one was barely long enough as it is. So I kind of need to fix this one anyway. But then this one just had a fixed jack, and I found this crank jack and welded a nut on it, and I extended it with like a piece of tube, so this one's way longer. Like this one's only just barely extended right now, so I think this one will be fine. Front one should probably be okay. Some other stuff I want to do to this, got tongue box to store things. I have a bunch of electronics to go in here along with that stuff, and I need somewhere like semi-permanent and dry to put them. But yeah, I'm rambling now. Let's get some tires on. Oh yeah, that's definitely noticeable. I want to say I only had this much tire gap before, so I could run some bigger meats if I wanted to now. But I'm actually okay with these. Definitely pushing. I'm about maxed out on the jack. Hey, it's kind of looking like we can run a straight hitch now, as far as level, instead of a drop hitch. Definitely liking this. Gonna have to modify these jacks for sure. Let's see where they max out at. That's it, it just barely touches. This one will probably lift it. So this one should be good enough. That's another bonus, is you can change a tire without getting an actual jack out. Super stoked on how this turned out. There's only one issue. Look at my tire poke on this side. Very minimal. Quite a bit more on this side, and actually I measured, and this is sticking 3/8 of an inch out. There's a little bit of slop in the spring pin holes and in those leaf springs. So what I'm going to do is just leave the weight on it, and I'm going to get underneath, loosen them U-bolts, and I'm going to hook a ratchet strap from this tire to the Land Rover. See if I can't get this axle to shove over some, or maybe I should just try to shove the body over that way. One or the other. Well, I'll be dipped. That actually worked. And around the tire to that wheel, and then I tried pulling the wheel over, that wasn't working, so then I just started shoving the body over. Honestly, it's probably still like 1/8 of an inch off, but that's better than 3/8. I'm gonna get down there and tighten it while it's under pressure still. Probably better get another zip tie on this. That was actually tied to the axle, which is so dumb. It's better than it was, but it shifted a little. I have been doing so much to this trailer, and we're getting ready to leave to more expo here in a couple of minutes. I wanted to show you something I did because I think it's super cool. I put a tongue box on this trailer, and check out the inside of it. I know it looks a little messy down here because I threw stuff in there, but we got our battery, we got an onboard charger with a shore power plug, so I can just plug a cord in to keep this thing maintained. This is a 1,000-watt inverter I had kicking around. The best part is I had all this stuff already, and I just shoved it all in here. Fuse panel, all we've got hooked up is lights and diesel heater. Got the whole thing bonded to the trailer frame ground and to the battery, which is pretty sweet. Got the remote for the lights. I don't know, man. It just turned out really cool, and we got everything loaded up for more. The lift ended up working out perfect. It kind of just lines up with a straight hitch. I decided to run a extension that I had kicking around because it's really hard to get the coupler on and off of this ball when it was back here under the tire. So I just said to hell with it. And plus, couldn't open my door. I still can only open the door to right here, but whatever. Maybe we'll extend the tongue on this thing. Well guys, it's really just that simple. If you want to lift a trailer, especially a single axle trailer like that, it's that easy to get 3, 4, or 5 inches depending on the diameter of your axle tube The bigger it is, the more lift you're going to get. That's going to be it for this one. I have so much more stuff to do to the trailer, and I hope to bring you guys along for it. One of them is this hot water shower setup, but I can't permanently install it because it's not weatherproof. So it's got to be able to come up, go back into some sort of a waterproof box, etc. Hope y'all enjoyed the video. Thanks for stopping in, and we'll see you next time. Maybe I'll see you at the More Expo.